Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about once again this spreadsheet. So this is the 15th spreadsheet that Flynn has made, and this is also part number 5, or like the 5th part of this mini series, we'll say, of the roster rumors, and basically all of the roster changes and the rumors which are coming out, and obviously very slowly, but also kind of fast as well. The teams have announced the players, or like the rosters which they're going to be fielding for next season. And yes, I'll be making a separate video of all of the rosters in time for Sao Paulo and Brazil next year, in time for the kickoff tournament. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So obviously this is the so this was the one that I showed last video. Obviously there's been a lot of changes from this, and here it is. So obviously you can't really see, I mean, there's no lot, but what I would definitely talk about is a lot of them from the Latin Brazilian side, and as you can also see from the Pacific side as well. So Sentinels and C9, both of them, as well, looks like they are saying the same, so it doesn't really worry about that. The only one is that Shazam is now out, so that's like the only change for Sentinels, so it's not that major. The one that is, I guess, pretty major is 100 Thieves has announced their full roster of Cryer, Arsenal, Derek, Bang, and Salah. Obviously, we do need to wait for the 6th player. We don't know who that 6th player is going to be. There has been any rumors about it, but this roster has been officially confirmed that they will be playing for next year for 100 Thieves. NRG, still nothing. The only change is that Thwifo is now rumored to be joining the team. It's looking very, very likely that will happen. Evil Geniuses, once again, no roster changes. But other than Superman, is currently also Valorant. Both of them are rumored to either be joining that team. Maybe even both. We have to wait and see though. But one of them will be joining Evil Geniuses. Loud, also nothing there. The only one is that STKJ. He's basically now in 90 to 100%, so he's looking pretty likely that he will join the team. Furia Esports. Now, they have confirmed MW0 to be joining the team. We don't know about everyone else, but about Quick, Kali, Mazen, DG Zin. But MW0 has been confirmed to be joining Furia Esports, and this will, I mean, I think this is actually a good acquisition. MW0 is obviously a well-talented Brazilian player, and he was actually one of the best players in like early Valorant. So I think this is a really good acquisition for Furia, and I think they might actually do well maybe this season. MIBR, no changes right there. Leviathan, or Leviathan, I don't care how you say it. They have announced the acquisition of Nozwir, Mazzino, and Kesnet. So as you can see right here, so we don't know if King, Takalila, and Shy are going to be rejoining, but it's looking pretty likely they will be joining back. Nozwir will be now, I guess, a new IGL. Mazzino is going to be the new controller, and then Kesnet will, apparently, is actually going to be on the bench, so he's actually going to be the 6th player. It'll be interesting if they actually do play Kesnet. If that is the case, then that's going to be a very, very good five roster lineup. And they might actually be better than Crew, in my opinion. I think this roster is a lot better than what Crew has, which we'll be talking about very, very soon. But this is a really good roster on paper. I think I'll probably be expecting to be maybe top 6, maybe top 6 in Americas. If we talk about Sao Paulo as a whole in Brazil, that's probably more difficult. That may be like top 15, maybe even like top 10 if they are really that good. But I think mid-pack is definitely where Leviathan should be. I think this is a really, really good roster. And they also have Onyo and B-Tony still, but there has been some question marks over their future with Leviathan, but we'll have to wait and see if that is true or not. Crew Esports has also announced their full roster, involving so Klaus and Nags. They're still gonna be staying with the team with Zand, Davies, Melser, and Axidy. I think I say his name. Correct me if I'm wrong. This looks meh. I'll be honest. I think it's a bit of a downgrade from the previous roster. Bit of a downgrade. I think the only 2 players which I think will Definitely be a star players are Zand and Melser. Zand is a phenomenal duelist player. Melser, we've seen he's a great player as well. I think for controller, I'm pretty sure. Yes, controller. So he's really good there on that department. Davies is a bit of a question mark, and I think I'm pretty sure he's just a sixth player. Davies looks like he plays in a flex role. I'll be honest, I haven't seen any VODs of him, so I should probably maybe have a look at some VODs of Davies to really get like a real look of how he plays and how I think he's going to go. But I'm not really that convinced on Davies on paper. I think he might do well. I think there's also a world that he might actually do really, really well. But in my opinion, as of right now, is looking a bit shaky. Crew might be struggling this year, and I don't think they're going to be keeping up with Leviton or Leviathan. So I move over to Fnatic, and the only change for Fnatic is that Boaster and Durka have been confirmed to be joining the team, rejoining back along with Leo. Interestingly, the Althea hasn't been confirmed yet to be rejoining the team, but it probably does look it's looking very, very likely that he will join back. And Mystic might be also joining back still might be joining back as a sixth player. Chronicles still has not been announced yet, but we're expecting an announcement from Fnatic about Chronicle very, very soon. Team Liquid, as of right now, no changes there. That also goes the same for Team Vitality. Carmen Corp, also nothing there. Team Heretics, no, nothing there. And then Giants Gaming as well. I don't think there's anything there. Nothing there for Giants Gaming. Foot Esports, nothing there. BBL, they have signed Elite from, I don't know how you say it. Is it Fenerbahce Esports? I don't know. I don't know how you say it. I'm gonna guess it's maybe like Fenerbahce Esports. I'm not too sure. But they have signed Elite as their sixth player. So obviously you do need a minimum of 6 players. So they have signed Elite as that role. I don't know. I actually don't know what he plays, but he's now in the 6th role. Koi, nothing there. And Na'Vi, also nothing there as well. And this is where we're going to be talking about Pacific a lot, because there's been a lot of confirmations and confirms from the Pacific region. Let's first start off with Zeta Division. No changes here, other than they've actually added Bars as the 6th player. Raita has also joined another team. He actually returned back after 1 year transfer from Reject. But their roster as a whole, in my opinion, is looking pretty good. Obviously, they have kept the 5 core players, which have kind of solidified Zeta Division as a great team. And they're also adding Boris as a little bit more firepower. I think Boris is... Where is Boris from? I think it was just a trade between Destination Gaming and Zeta Division, where Zeta Division got Boris, and Destination Gaming got Raita. So... this is pretty good. I think Boris is a very solidified player. I think he's very trustworthy as well. And I think if they do if they do play Boris into a 5-man, I can't remember what he plays actually. But I think if they do add Boris, I think he's going to be very, very reliable. I think he's going to do really, really well. And obviously, that's all I really have to say about Zeta Division. The other Japanese team, Destination Gaming, have also announced their full roster that includes Suggest, Raita, Zenfry, Anthem, Soldem, and Take J. Now, it looks like that Raita will be the 6th player, and then Zenfry, Take J, Suggest, Anthem, and Soldem will be the 5 players, and HSK and Melaphobia will be the coaches. I don't know about this team, I'll be honest. I think this team looks decent on paper, looks pretty good. But I'm not fully convinced on this. I think Soldem needs to do a lot of carrying. I'll be honest. I think Suggest also do pretty well, including Zenfry. Maybe even Take J as well, even Anthem. But I'm not fully convinced about this roster. If I have to really say like where they will be in the Pacific region, maybe in the lower half, if not maybe mid, maybe like right on 5th place. Obviously for Zeta Division it'll be like, I don't know, maybe like definitely competing for a win in the Pacific, and maybe like 20, maybe like top 20, maybe even top 15 for Sao Paulo. This team is a bit of a question mark for me still. And I mean, I'm not, yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting a lot from this team. But look, this team may surprise me. I really, look, yeah, this team may surprise me, and it will be surprising if they get at least, let's say, like 12th place in Sao Paulo. I'm not expecting a lot from this team, but they could definitely surprise me. They could maybe be a little bit of underdogs out of Sao Paulo. Gen G, they have announced their full lineup of Meteor, Intro, Echo, TS, and King. Bale as the coach. And there was that a secret as well. I forgot about secret. This is basically just a core roster of TNL Esports and like I can't remember. I can't remember what the other team was, but it's basically like a core roster of just TNL Esports, which they are like a really, really good team in Korea, and I'm expecting the same thing from this team as well. I think Gen G has a lot of potential to maybe even challenge the likes of DRX, the likes of PaperX, and maybe like T1 might also challenge them as well. So I generally think this team might actually do really well, like top 4, maybe even top 4, maybe Sao Paulo. Maybe I'm just like overestimating a bit. But they're definitely top 10, especially minimum for Gen G, because this roster looks really stacked, really, really good. And obviously we have, and then obviously the latest Bale as the coach. Elmo Putty is actually going to be the head coach of the beat, which is interesting. And obviously Traumas, he has left the team because of it. So it's really weird that Elmo Putty is actually still in the team. I was obviously not a Korean. So that's interesting to note though. But this roster looks super, super good. I'm really excited to see how they go. Another team which I'm really excited about is Team 1, as they've announced side player Munchkin, Ban Zeta, and a player which I've never heard of, name of Byungjun. Now, I don't know what he plays, but I think I tried to actually have a look for him on Wikipedia. And if we just have a look at his Wikipedia, it's not that impressive, we'll say. Yeah. Obviously, he's going to be the 6th player. He might be like a cracked ranked ladder Korean jet. That's why I say yeah. There's a lot of Korean jets, so I'm gonna guess he might be just that Korean jet that T1 needs. But they already have enough jet players. They already have side player, Munchkin, Ban. How many other duelists do you need? So we don't know who's going to be the 5th player though. For the starting roster, but I have to wait to see that. Autumn's also been confirmed as well to be joining the team. Now, the team which is also confirmed their roster is DRX, Mika and Bane, just to let you know, and also Argents as well. They have transferred into the academy team. So they're going to be keeping the core roster, 5 roster of Sax, RBZ, Buzz, and Mako, and then Foxy 9 as a 6th player, just in case if they want to sub him in different maps. Which, I'll be honest, he has actually been performing pretty well, especially from that tournament. I can't remember what was it called, but it was the tournament that was like a team secret that I definitely remember, and that's all the teams I legit remember from that tournament. But yeah, he did really well there. Meek and Bane obviously joined the DRX Academy along with Annex. Not Argentine, my bad. It's actually Annex who is the head coach for DRX Academy. So there's gonna be a little bit. So there is gonna be an academy team for DRX. Probably obviously bring off, getting talent from the Korean side and into the academy team, and possibly actually joining the main team as well, which would be very exciting. Team Secret, it looks like no changes there whatsoever. PaperX has announced the 6 players: Jing, Benkai, Divide, Mindfreak, Forsaken, and a streamer named Cigarettes. Yeah, very interesting name. But that is his gamer tag, Cigarettes. I think Alex has also been confirmed to be joining. No, yes, so Alex has not been confirmed to be joining the team. Accurate, I'm pretty sure they say his name. Hopefully, he is still rumored to be joining the team. Is looking a little bit less likely now compared to last time, where it was in the 60 to 89 range. Now it's looking like in the 10 to 39% range. So there's still some hope. There's still some copium out there that Accurate might be joining PaperX, but it's looking pretty unlikely now that Cigarettes has joined the team. And just like I said, he is a streamer. So I guess he just wanted to fill in as 6th player as well. It's like how C9 signed Cupid as a 6th player, even though he's probably could be just the analyst for the team. I'm not too sure. But he has have some competitive experience of being the player. I think he played for Penta, if I remember correctly. But for Cigarettes, he's just a Twitch streamer, so I'm not too sure about that. And we need to wait for Alex to be joined. For confirmation for Alex to be joining the team. Rexham Keon, obviously the team that everyone hates, they have announced that Lamembo has joined the team. Is it Lamembo? Yes. So Lamembo has been announced to be joining the team from Onyx Esports. I mean, they're slowly getting more Indonesian talent. I would like them to get rid of all of the Filipino talent from this roster and adding some new Indonesian talent. Like, I've said this so many times. You can just combine the Boom Esports squad and the Onyx Esports squad and make it as an Indonesian super team. I still don't understand why they have not done that. It's stupid, but it is what it is. It's just what the organization wants, I guess. But yeah, that's all I had to say about Rexham Keon. And into Lamembo, pretty cool. I quite like it. But I still think they should just get rid of all their Filipino, all of their Filipino talent, and just add just more Indonesian talent and just combine the Onyx Esports roster and the Boom Esports roster together to make a super team in Indonesia. Talent Esports, as of right now, is looking like nothing. I don't think anything has been changed. Oh, wait, never mind. Cruz, Foxy, and Sushi Boys is almost been confirmed to be joining the team. Patty Pan and Jit Boys, as of right now, is still in the 60 to 89 percentile, but everyone else, Cruz, Foxy, and Sushi Boys, in 90 to 100% percentile. And Global Esports, living up to their name, I'll say. As of right now, no confirmation on the other Indian talent being Hellranger, Kappa, Skillsy, and Collie, if those 4 players are going to be still going to be in the team. But that's really about it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.